Yesterday, as we were talking about how to take that one step closer to God, we talked about the importance of us being where we are rather than where we aren't. And today I want to talk about being who you are rather than who you aren't. As we want to take one step closer to God, if you want to jumpstart your spiritual life, you have to be who you are, the person that God made you. And if we're going to embrace the fact that God made us a certain way, then it's important for us to learn from our history and how we have grown in our relationship with God in the past. Learning from our past, what worked in the past, what we were doing in the past is a very practical thing that we can do if we want to take steps closer to Him. Let me give you an example. I wish I were someone else a whole lot in my life. I wish I weren't distracted. I wish my mind wouldn't race all the time. I wish I had greater discipline. I wish I had this. I wish I would do that. So many times as I come before the Lord, I wish I were somebody other than I weren't. But I am who I am. I'm a person who likes to read the scriptures. I love to read the Bible. And God often speaks to me through the words in the Bible. I actually like to pray when I walk. And whenever I do actually get some exercise and whenever I do walk, I always slow down. And some of the best prayer I've ever had in my life has been when I've actually been just on a leisurely walk, you might say. I also know that I'm someone who likes to go to bed early and wake up early. And when I stay awake too late at night, either watching the latest thing on ESPN or just wasting time, I'm not alert in the morning. You see, I've learned things about me. I can't be who I am. I'm not. I can't pretend that I'm not going to be distracted. I can't be someone who loves to read the way that other people love to read. I am who I am. And so what's happened to me in COVID-19 is I have looked back at stages of my spiritual life in the past, and I've asked, what worked in the past? And I remembered, when I used to take those long walks, I used to hear God. And so, you know what I've been doing lately is I've been taking some more long walks. Why? Because I looked to what was working in the past, and I said, let me see if I can do that now in the present. I also remembered that I'm best when I go to bed early so I can wake up early. So you know what I've been doing lately? I've been going to bed early, and I've been waking up early. I've been watching the sunrise a whole lot, and I've just been more alert in my prayer, and that's the best time of day for me. You see, what I did is I looked at my past, I learned what was working in the past, and I tried to do some of those things now in the present moment. I also love to read the Bible. I just think that sometimes when I can see things in front of you, it helps me not get distracted a lot of times. A lot of times for me, when I try to pray and I just ask God to talk to me, I get distracted. But when I can focus on a word, when I can focus on a scripture passage, it helps me focus, right? And I've been doing that more lately. I looked at my past and I said, that was working for me in the past, and I'm doing that now. One of the concrete things that you can do to jumpstart your spiritual life is don't reinvent the wheel. Learn from your history. What's worked for you in the past that maybe you forgot? Or what's worked for you in the past that maybe you used to do that if you could just do that all over again, man, maybe it might help. And I can't be someone that I'm not. I can't learn like other people. I can't pray like I wish I would pray. I have to be who I am. And for most of us, I'd bet that if you look in your past, you'll recognize that the person that you are, that God made the way you are, there have been some things that have worked for you. Well, what were those things? And pick one of those things and see if you can do it. So the first thing that I started to do is just take the walks. I got that down. I got pretty consistent with that. Then I said, okay, I'm going to start going to bed earlier. And I did that. I got consistent with that. And then I said, okay, I'm going to take a little bit of scripture and I'm going to start reading that. You see, I didn't try to do all those things. I just did one. And as I got more confident with doing one of the things in the past that worked, then I took a second thing. Tomorrow we're going to talk about starting slow, aim small, miss small. But until we do that, here's your homework for today. Think back on the past. In the times in your life when you were happiest and when you were closest to God, what were you doing? What were some of the things that you were doing then that if you would do those spiritual exercises now, it may help you? Take courage. Let the Lord lead you. Let Him open up your memory. Let's look at our past so that we can ground ourselves in the present moment. And until our conversation unfolds tomorrow, God bless you.